Todd from Bushcraft here. Today I want to test a knife I made. Alright, this is the knife I'm going to be testing. I made it the same way that I make the knife that I've been posting in my video series. It's 1084 carbon steel. This one, however, is 3/16 of an inch thick, so it's thicker, heavier. Drop point, it's got a 4.5 inch cutting area, about a 4 3/4 total blade length, 5 inch handle. So I ground it, I heat treated it myself, put on the scales. Now I want to test it out and make sure it works good. I'm calling this my Ohio Woodsman model. So this could end up being my belt knife if it passes all the tests. Okay, so I'm out today getting some dirt time. I decided I want to test out this knife. It's about lunchtime and I didn't eat any breakfast, so I'm going to stop and make myself some lunch. I'm going to start a little fire. And here I have some standing deadwood. It's a dead limb on a pine tree, and that'll make a good source to get my fire started. So I'm going to test out this knife by chopping through this branch. Okay, so I'm going to chop through this branch, and this knife really isn't made to be a chopper. I mean, it is pretty thick, so I think it'll do okay, at least it should. I made the handle a little bit longer. I have this curve down here, like this swell, so that I can pull my hand back and get a little more leverage for chopping. I'm going to try to record this while I do it. Alright, so that did okay. I don't know how well it recorded. I was trying to chop and hold the camera at the same time. But, I mean, with that dead pine, it went through there pretty easily. I chopped enough that branch just broke the rest of the way off. A good hit. So I'm going to break this down and go process it. Alright, before I did anything else, I thought I'd go ahead and test the cutting edge on this knife. Make sure I can make good shavings with it. That's sharp. That way, after I do a little work with it, we'll test it again and see if it retained an edge. Hope that's in the frame. It's able to curl up in some wood, so okay, this is dead pine. It's pretty soft. I'm going to baton through it. I don't think I should have any trouble. That all busts up pretty easy. And what I'm doing now is I'm busting this into smaller and smaller pieces. I'm just mostly going to use this one piece of wood to start a little fire. We gathered a few twigs to go with it. And make some shavings. Definitely sharp. I just accidentally touched the edge of my finger with it, and there's blood. Alright, it baton through that dead pine, no issues. So, I expected that. I actually tested this out on a piece of cedar yesterday. It did just fine, so now I'm going to time through this honey locust. A thicker piece of pine. Busting that stuff off. See if it's still held an edge. Still sharp. So I'm definitely gonna prep work done to make my fire so I can have a little lunch. Lunch today, got some ramen noodles, and one of my favorites you should always throw in your pack. Growing up, we used to go spend the weekends at the river a lot fishing. We always took these Vienna sausages. I like the barbecue. Another thing we used to take all the time were these little cans of beanie weenies, but love the Vienna sausages. So I'm going to get a little fire started so I can heat up my ramen. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I'll have my ever-present Zippo. We'll use the knife I'm testing to start the fire, ferro rod. Of course I have my tinder pouch with me, as always. I love these little fire straws. Take that cotton, it's had Vaseline on it. Fluff that up. See how this strikes a ferro rod? There we go. That was certainly no issue. make some ramen noodles. Okay, so ramen's fishing up now. Get this off here. It'll cool down enough that I can eat it. Top ramen and the end of sausages. Doesn't get much better than that. So I want to just test this knife out a little bit. I'm going to drive it down into this tree. They're pretty good. Didn't damage the tip at all. I've been batoning with it, cutting with it, hammering it. Hadn't lost its edge. Alright, so I just want to test this knife out with a power cut. Just using a chest lever. Definitely digging in there. That seemed to work fine. This knife I was testing that I made worked well. Had no problem busting up the wood. Shaved the wood. Held its edge. I still got an edge on it. It's worked well. This is I use the same heat treat method that was in my video. It's 1084 steel. Ground it out with a half height flat grind and a convex edge, so it worked good. I'm actually going to make a dangler sheath for this, I think, and once that's done I'll post a video of that sheath as well. And this is going to be my new belt knife. Really happy with it. I'm going to finish up the video on the trade knife I was making. I'll have to finish grinding the edge on that and handle it, and if he wants to do, I'll probably set that aside and maybe use it as a giveaway at some point. But you know, I'm happy with this knife. Worked well. I'm gonna go now, and while I still got some time left out here in the dirt, I'm gonna see if I can find some fat wood around here. See you guys later.